I'm going to mention some helpful tips when assembling this benchtop circular saw from Vevor with table stand. Hard part isn't the bench part, it's really more so the stand. So of course take a good look at how this looks right now. Might want to even hit pause every now and then. But the picture they have in here in the instruction manual is horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And the instructions just as horrible. So these are pretty much the awful instructions they have. You have to look at this like with a magnifying glass just to figure it out. But anyway, with that being said, I'll just get into it. So when you first take it out of the packaging, all that foam and stuff, pretty much like every single piece was used that I noticed. That sometimes they throw in extra pieces, but in this case there's like every piece was used. But anyway, so the first thing is this long piece right here. You have to put this bar on. Now figuring out which way the bar has to go might be tricky. I actually had to, this mechanism right here, I actually had to remove it because it was on that side and put it on this side. I didn't think it would make a difference, but apparently it did. So, it's not that hard actually. You just unscrew it, and I'll talk about the bolt sizes later. But you unscrew this, and then this spring comes out. There's like a little hook. And it's like that on the other side too. And then when you're reinstalling this mechanism, you'll put this spring in here first, and then this bracket, and then you'll pull the spring up, put it on here, and push the screw through and the nut. And then this mechanism part will be in. But then there's also this bar right here. You want it to be on the outside, okay? So the side towards you, not on the inside of the unit, okay? So that's one thing. Okay. Then, you'll notice right here. See these, like, it's black right here? It's like spacers. Originally when I put the screws on, I didn't put the spacers in. But then I looked carefully and I realized, okay, you put the bolt through, and then the spacer, and then the nut. Tighten it a little bit, do it on the other side, and then just keep tightening so it's even on both sides. Because if you tighten all the way on one side, then it will be uneven on the other side, and then you'll just have to loosen it and then retighten it. And then this is the first piece, and then this is the second piece. So this piece and this piece go together. So the bolt up at the top, it's not the bolt at the top, it's the one lower, okay? And again, just, you know, if you just take a close look at the picture right here, when you see it, this one goes in here, and then this one goes in here. So you have one screw here, and the other screw here for this piece, okay? And then of course it's like that on the other side. So yeah. And then also one of the most important things I should actually mention is all the tools you'll need. Now these holes, they're all messed up. They're all messed up. There's a circle end and like a square end, and for the most part the circle ends, you're going to need a couple files. You'll need a round circular file and a square file, okay? And you're just going to put it in the hole and kind of file it, and then you'll then be able to slip the bolt in. You'll use a mallet and knock it in and through, and then you can attach the other components. Now to secure the nuts, you'll need 3 deep sockets. You'll need an 8mm, 10mm, and 13mm, as well as a 1/4 inch ratchet wrench. It's also going to have a flathead screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, and impact driver, just for ease, with an adapter probably to fit your deep sockets. Not to mention, it also comes with an Allen key. You will use that to put these in. Oh, and then the very first thing you'll probably do is put the wheels on. Again, file through here. In fact, I would actually even start with doing the wheels first, and then you'll get a good idea. So you'll, right here where this hole is, you'll file inside with a circular file. Then you can put this nut in, use a mallet to knock it in, and then the washer there, and then a nut, and then you'll tighten it, and then it's not supposed to be too tight, just a little tight, just so it can move later. But you can always adjust this later. And again, everything I'm saying, whatever you do on one side, you do on the exact opposite side. Also, the caps, just do that very, very last. In fact, you can probably do that after you completely set up this, because if not, you might have some difficulties putting the bench part on, like I did. And in fact, I had to pop those caps back out because clearly it doesn't fit all the way with it. Okay, so now going on to the bench part. So the bench isn't that hard. You just put it on here, but the screws you have to put in, you know, when you get in, you have to kind of line it up, and you might have to kind of like flex this to then line up and get the screws to fall down, and then you'll put the nuts on and tighten it all the way around. And then another thing I wanted to mention with this tabletop is this, of course, you'll just remove this spring, this cover. This won't even be on, but in order to get to this piece right here, you have to first take this out, and it might look a little hard to get out, but let me just show you what to do here real quick. So right here where this is, the screw, you'll just take a flathead, and I am doing this with one hand, but I'll see if I can do it. Just pop that up. And you can see there's a little clip right here on one side. Wish they would have said that. See that? There's a clip right here. And on this side it's a little different. See, and it just fits right in this groove like that. But anyway, and then in order to get this out, you'll use the tool that they provided, which is right here. And you'll loosen that nut, and then you'll put this piece in right there. Push down, tighten it, and then you can put this circular cover back on, or this little plate cover. You can see that right there. Let's just pop that in with your fist. Okay. Then this, put the spring in, line it up with that hole. Let's see, right there. I'll need two hands to tighten that, but it's pretty easy. And then to lower the blade, again, you just use this, or to raise it, you go clockwise, and to lower it again, you just go like that. Okay, and then for the fence, you just put it wherever you're going to have your piece of wood line up, and then you'll see that it's right here in the groove. See that thing right there on the side? It falls right in right where the ruler is. And once you do that, you just lock it in place. And now it's nice and sturdy, and you can put your wood right through here. The only other thing I haven't put on yet are some of these caps, but I'll put them on later if need be. And then as for this hose, doesn't even fit in. You essentially need a connector for it, but that's okay. You can connect any other like shop hose to this if you want instead, or dust bag, because this isn't that great. So this unit really isn't that great to assemble, but I guess once it's fully assembled and it's correct, it's probably okay to use. But just to let you know, this took me many hours just to work on, just to do by myself. So hopefully these tips and tricks help you. Please let me know in the comments if it helps. And if this video helped, please like and subscribe. Thanks so much. Hope it helps you out a lot. And one other thing I want to mention from a different video I watched, I was told that the Vevor people said they would make a video on how to assemble this. Of course, they lied and never did. I'll leave it at that.